adding and subtracting integers. Let's remember the rules. To add integers having the same sign, we keep the same sign and add the absolute value, right? So let's go over these examples. First, -2, -4, they're both negatives. So the sign is going to be negative, right? And absolute value of 2 plus absolute value of 4 is 6. -5 and -29 sum, we want to put them together, and the sign is going to be negative. 29 plus 5 is 34. The next one is pretty straightforward. They are both positive. 8 plus 7 is 15. They are both positive. When they have different signs, keep the sign of the number with the largest absolute value and subtract. Here, largest absolute value is negative, so the sign of the sum is going to be negative. 4 minus 3 is 1. -6 plus 7, 7 has bigger absolute value. That's why my answer is going to be positive. I don't need to put plus sign here. 7 minus 6 is 1. -8 plus 2, absolute value of -8 is bigger. That's why my answer is going to be negative. And then I need to subtract. 8 minus 2 is 6. -6 is the answer. Subtraction means adding the opposite. So if you want to subtract, we just basically add the opposite. So you need to think this as add the opposite. Add the opposite of -7 is what? +7. And now it looks like pretty much a similar problem. -6 plus 7 is +1, because when the signs are different, we just look at the absolute value. Absolute value of 7 is greater than absolute value of -6. That's why it's positive. Again, second example, -8. Subtraction means adding the opposite, right? -8 plus -2 is -10. -10. This problem and the next one is actually pretty much same, exactly same. So -8, this minus is going to be plus because subtraction means adding the opposite. -8 plus -2 is -10. Pause the video very frequently, and I want you to try to solve it yourself first. After you try watch my solution, write the solution down, use your paper pencil. If you don't understand, first rewatch the video, and then you can always email me and I'll help you. First example, 4 plus 2 plus 12. We know that 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 12 is 18. The sum is 18. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 12. Their signs are different. This is positive. This is negative. And then look at the big absolute value, which is -12, right? It's going to be +12. It's going to determine the sign. And then find the difference. 12 minus 2 is 10. -10 is the answer. Subtraction means adding the opposite. So it's going to be 4 plus 2, right? And then plus -12. And 4 plus 2 is 6 plus -12. Their signs are different. If their signs are different, big one is 12 is going to determine the sign. 12 minus 6 is -6. And I want you to remember this. It's really useful information. When you see negative, it's going to be always positive, because subtraction means actually adding the opposite. That's why we always make it positive when we see negative. So it's going to be automatically for you 4 plus 2, which is 6. Let's practice this. When you see negative, it's going to be positive. You know why? Because subtraction means adding the opposite. So 900 plus 20 is 920. Minus 901 is 19. When we see negative, negative, what do? We just make it positive, right? 56 plus negative 100 plus negative 3. 56 plus negative 100 is, first of all, negative is bigger here, right? That's why it's going to be negative. 100 minus 56 is 44. Plus negative 3. Negative 44 plus negative 3, the signs are same. So I need to put these together, negative 47. Remember again, when we see negative, negative, we add negative 5 plus 1, and then plus negative 3 plus 10. Negative 5 plus 1 is negative 4. And then plus negative 3 plus 10. Negative 4 plus negative 3 is negative 7, because the signs are same, right? Negative 7 plus 10 is 3. Negative 6 plus 7 is 1, minus 8 plus 9 minus 10. 1 minus 8 is negative 7 plus 9 minus 10. Negative 7 plus 9 is 2 minus 10. 2 minus 10 is negative 8. This is tricky. I really want you to observe this. All these are negatives. We can put them together. 9 plus 10 plus 9 is 19. 19. 8 plus 7 is 15. 34. So I have negative 34 here. And then plus 25. Negative 34 plus 25. My answer is going to be negative, because absolute value of negative 34 is greater, and their difference is 9. Negative 9 is my answer. Hopefully you are pausing very frequently and test yourself. Negative 8 plus 7 is negative 1. Negative 6 plus 5 minus 4. Negative 1, negative 6 is negative 7. Plus 5 minus 4. Negative 7 plus 5 is negative 2 minus 4. Negative 2 minus 4 is negative 6. There are different ways to approach this problem too. Let's choose different color. Which one was this? Oh no. Okay. So first of all, you can group these two first, which is going to be negative 1, right? And then don't touch the negative 6, and group this. 5 minus 4 is going to be 1. And negative 1, positive 1 is going to be 0. The answer is negative 6. There are many different ways to approach this. Some people, they love to group negatives first and then the positives. And the more you play with the problems, the more you see different ways. First of all, I have this sign problem. Let's address this. Negative 9 plus 1 plus 4 plus 5. And then it's going to be what? Plus negative 4. And we know that positive 4 and negative 4 makes 0. And negative 9 plus 1 here is negative 8. And I have here 5 plus 5. Negative 8 plus 5 is negative 3. I see a sign problem here. Negative, negative is going to be positive, right? Negative 10 plus negative 7 is negative 17. Plus 16, plus 5, plus 17. I saw something beautiful. Negative 17 plus 17 is going to make a 0. 16 plus 5 is 21. Thank you.